The secret to non-attachment is not what most people think. But first, what is non-attachment not? It's not being stoic, or the way most people say it. It's not indifference to people or life. It's not existential nihilism, and it's not saying there's no one here and there's nothing to do. It's not throwing away your goals or not making plans. It's not being cold, heartless, or unloving. Thich Nhat Hanh said, "You must love in a way that the person you love feels free." But what if that applies to everything in life? What if the material things in your life want to feel free? What if money wants to feel free? Because really, we all want to feel free, right? Non-attachment doesn't mean you don't want a relationship and that you won't feel hurt after a relationship ends. It just means you're not dependent on the relationship, the material things, or the money to make you happy. There may be some grief if you lose someone or something. There may be some intense feelings to feel. But you're under no illusion that anything in the world of form can bring you permanent peace, happiness, or fulfillment, because you know that everything in the world of form is temporary. The nature of form is transitory. And so when your peace and happiness is dependent on someone or something, when that thing or person goes, your peace or happiness goes with it. So true lasting peace and happiness can only be found in something that's truly lasting. And that thing isn't a thing. It's your being. It's your awareness. It's the ever-present awareness that you are. Has this awareness ever left you? In fact, it's the only stable thing. Everything that you're aware of has changed. Every thought, feeling, sensation, everything you could ever experience has changed. But the fact that you're aware has never changed. It's the one thing that stayed with you and will always stay with you. It's the space in which or as which everything appears. And if you really investigate it, if you really investigate yourself as this awareness, you'll see that this spacious awareness is already unattached, because it's not holding on to anything in the first place. Does the space of a room have to detach or become non-attached or let go? No. It always allows everything to appear and disappear within it, and it remains completely untouched by everything that appears and disappears within it, right? Every thought and feeling, every experience you've ever had, however intense, however painful, has never harmed this aware spaciousness that is you at the core of your being. So the first secret to being non-attached is being knowingly this aware spaciousness, not the character in the story in your mind which feels scared about losing people or things. Being knowingly awareness, being knowingly yourself, staying knowingly as your true self. Remain present, remain here, your naturally unattached, aware, present self. And then you're ready for the second secret to non-attachment, because, okay, we've established you're not the characters in the stories in your mind. You're the aware spaciousness that they play out within. You're this. But even whilst remaining in this revelation, this understanding, there's still these characters playing out in your body and mind. And they're most often characters that developed in childhood and adolescence to protect you. They're about survival. So you might truly know yourself as infinite awareness, infinite consciousness. But in a way, you might still have a character living in your body that's scared shitless about losing money or losing love. And what if those characters will truly leave, will truly die when you truly see them? Because the second secret to non-attachment is feeling the feelings associated with those characters. Because If you entered a relationship with someone or something as a character, as a person who needs someone from something, or needs something to remain at peace or gain happiness, then you will have to grieve that pain of attachment. And that's when it releases on an emotional level. So you might notice that there's something inside of you that feels scared about losing someone or something and acts out all these dysfunctional behavior strategies in order to stop the loss or keep the love. And you might think, well, just don't get scared. Just don't think about it. Stay present, or there's no one here, there's nothing to do, whilst this emotional tornado is going off inside of you. So what if instead of resisting, instead of that, you knew yourself as this wide open spacious awareness and allow the character in your body to be scared? What if you said, you're allowed to feel scared inside of me? What if you dropped the resistance, the attachment to feeling non-attached, and recognize that you're not ultimately that character, but relatively it's part of you, a wounded inner child that just needs to feel safe, to feel loved or protected. And it's not fashionable in non-duality circles to say, but that's the emotional work, the shadow work, the work to align how we think, feel and behave to this non-dual recognition. Because what if really feeling that character's feelings is when it finally leaves? What if when it's fully embraced and when it's fully seen, that's when it leaves, that's when it dies, that's when it will fall inside of you, when you complete that emotional arc and you actually leave feeling non-attached, as well as knowing yourself as this already unattached space. And what if then all the things that you've wanted but you've been keeping out of your life with the fear and the attachment will just gradually flow in? And so that concludes the video. Enrollment is now open for the Awaken Aware program over at speaktoalex.com. Link is in the description. Peace and blessings. Love you all. Peace. Peace.